Can I tell you a secret? Nobody cares what you do. I spent 20 years as a financial advisor, terrified to retire, only to find out my boss had already replaced me in his mind. I'm revealing why the fear of judgment is the only thing stealing your final healthy years. It's a fear that holds so many of us hostage. We worry, what are other people going to think if I quit my job? What will they think if I retire early? What will they think if I don't know, start a YouTube channel? The reality is, most of the people we worry about are just too busy with their own lives to care about ours. This fear cuts both ways. Sometimes we don't do things we want because we're worried about what people will think. And other times, we do things, like buy things we don't need to impress people who aren't even paying attention. As someone who retired at 59, I've learned this truth firsthand. By the end of this video, I'll share the key realizations that helped me and will help you break free from this irreplaceable myth so you can live your life your way before it's too late. Before we get into the first truth, do me a favor and hit that save button. This is a mindset shift you'll want to come back to. The irreplaceable myth. I was a financial advisor for over 20 years, and I was genuinely worried about telling my boss it was time for me to hang up my cleats. But what if my fear was based on a complete fantasy? I was convinced he'd say, "Oh no, you can't. That's going to put us in a bad situation. Please don't retire yet." I'd built up my importance in my own mind. I finally went into his office and told him. And you know what he said? Pause. "Hey, wish you all the best. We're going to miss you, but we're going to find somebody else to do what you do." He had a great attitude, and he was right. This is the simple truth. There's an old saying that the cemetery is filled with people who thought they were irreplaceable. Your job will move on without you. Your life won't. Internalizing this one fact frees you to make the decision that is right for you, not for a company that already has a plan to replace you. The fear of looking foolish. So you get past the fear of leaving work. But what about the fear of starting something new? What if you're worried you'll fail and everyone will be watching? We are terrified of looking foolish. We want to try something new, but we think, what if I'm not successful at it? What are other people going to say? Candidly, when I wanted to share my experiences as a retirement advisor, I originally thought about writing a blog. It's safer. You don't have to put yourself out there. I was genuinely worried about what people would think of me starting a YouTube channel. But the reality? Most people frankly didn't care one way or the other. Yes, I've had things that I have failed at. It's a blow to the ego. But it was always a bigger blow to my ego than it was to anyone else. The potential sting of failure is so much smaller than the guaranteed lifelong pain of regret. You have to stop worrying about what other people are going to think and start thinking about what you want to do. We're breaking down some serious mental barriers here. If this is hitting home, save this video right now. It's a powerful reminder for when you feel that fear creeping back in. Your ambulance moment. So if nobody else cares, who does? There's only one person's opinion that matters, and you're going to have to face them sooner than you think. I call this our ambulance moment. You know, when you're driving and you hear a siren, you pull over to let the ambulance go by. I always say a short prayer for whoever's in the back, and I also know my ambulance moment is coming. Someday, I'll be the one in the back of that ambulance, and in that moment, I want to look back with as few regrets as possible. I want to be able to say, I left it all on the field, that I squeezed all the joy and all the life out of this one chance I've been given. And I want you to be able to say the same thing. This is the ultimate filter for your decisions. When you're afraid of what someone will think, ask yourself this: in my ambulance moment, will I regret doing this, or will I regret not doing this? That clarity cuts right through the fear of judgment. So, no, nobody really cares what you do, except you. You are the one who will care, deeply, when you're in that ambulance. You're the one who has to live with the choices you make right now, in what I call the youth of your senior years, that magic window where you might have the trifecta: your time, your health, and your money. You've spent decades planning the financial side, but have you planned the life side? Most people haven't, and that's why they fail at retirement. They retire from something, but have nothing to retire to. I made a whole video on this exact problem. Click right here to watch my next video, the single biggest mistake people make in their first year of retirement. I'll see you over there.